Pardon me. Morning, and welcome to Morning Joe with me, Jim. So today is Fed Day, right? The Fed should announce, most likely will announce, a three-quarter point increase in short-term rates today, and that should mortgage rates lower. So mortgage rates will probably go lower as a result. Depends on a few things, etc. It was funny yesterday. I just commented. I said, so the Fed is going to announce that about 2 p.m. Chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, will do a press conference at 2 p.m. And I said, man, it's going to be fun watching the bond market from 2 to about 3 p.m. tomorrow, because typically it gyrates all over the place trying to find a footing. And Christiana in my office looked at me and went, you're the only one who. I said, well, it's kind of my job. But yeah, expect you to, and you don't need to, because I have to counsel on, is it a good time to lock? Should we float the rate? Should we not? And so that's what I do. But you, on the other hand, are probably buying a home not for the next, to live in for the next month, but probably for the next several years. And that's part of what's in the news, right? Is are home prices falling? Are they going to crash? Are they going to? Well, no. The simple answer is no. But I wanted to look at this chart and see what home prices around the country, what home prices have done if they're 20% above the national average or 20% below or right at the national average over the past year, 5 years, whatever, as far as inflation rates. So the national average last year, or over the past year, from August to August of last year, was an appreciation of 17.88%. Well, everyone knows unsustainable, right? We're not going to keep that up. We just can't. South Carolina, Georgia, I land in 3 states, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, so that's what I pay attention to, and they were all above the average. But over the last 5 years, you can see, if you bought 5 years ago, let's just say that, and you bought in South Carolina, your home went up somewhere at or very close to 67%, which is a huge increase, and that's a 5-year hold. Since 91, I'm not going to go there, but over the past quarter, your home went up about 5%. Now, will that continue? Most prognosticators, right? Most of the National Association of Realtors, et cetera, Case Shiller, percent appreciation per quarter or even per year. Well, pretty close to that per year, but maybe 1 to 2% appreciation. So it's slowing down, but it's still going up. And everyone who's serious about it, who looks at the real numbers, agrees. Home prices will keep going up. It's just they won't go up nearly as fast, right? So if you're looking to buy a home now, what's that mean? Well, if you're going to live in it for 5, 7, 10 years, probably a really good time to buy, because there's more inventory now than there was this time last year. This was still, it was still 8, 10, 12 offers on every single home coming on the market, it seemed. It was hard to get your offer accepted. It's not that hard now. You can get an offer accepted. Now, rates are up, and that has people spooked. Now, I think they'll come down today, most likely, when the Fed announces a short, because that short-term rate increases to push inflation down. That's the whole goal. And inflation is what really moves long-term rates like mortgage rates. So if inflation's going down, guess what? Long-term rates are going down as well. I hope that kind of helps to just take a look. Oh, an anecdote I will share. A lot of people are saying, no, home prices are coming down. We're seeing price. Last weekend I was at an open house. I just popped by an open house, and it was held open by a flipper, someone who bought the house, rehabbed it, and is now reselling in a neighborhood where the highest sale was last year was $380,000. So one of those neighborhoods where that's the highest sale, $380,000. So I said, how's it going open house? He said, well, the flipper, right? The one holding it open said, well, probably going to have to drop the price here. So, oh, what's the price at? She said, $450,000. In the neighborhood, the highest sale, $450,000, that does seem high for this neighborhood. what you're thinking. She said, well, some people are still caught up in the euphoria of the housing that was going nuts for the last couple of years. We took a flyer, see if we got an offer at 450. We didn't expect it. Now we'll just drop it and sell it at the right price. So I think there's a lot of that going on. It's just getting back to a kind of normal market where you can't just put a price and someone will pay it and waive the appraisal and not care. We're coming back to a normal market, but it takes time to get back there, right? No, push the limits. No, let's push it up higher. We want to be the highest sale in the neighborhood. Well, probably not the right time for that. It's probably the right time to just price it according to the neighborhood. So I hope that helps. And if you're looking at buying a home and want to get pre-approved, that's what we do. And I'm happy to help you get pre-approved and out looking today. Talk to you soon.